with Robin Shimizu and friends. Robin is out taking care of her health, and we are here with her guest, Miss Brenna Garcia. And Brenna's going to be talking to us about starting school with less work. Anything that has to do with less work, I think we all are looking for hacks on how to get it done better and easier. Good morning, Brenna.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. But before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I am Tara Lena from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So, with that, I'm going to present to some and introduce to others Miss Brenna Garcia, Smart Living with Brenna. Hey, Brenna.
Hi, how are you doing today?
All is well. And you?
And very good. Everybody's situated. My daughter, she hasn't started school yet, so
Uh
I'm
huh.
getting ready for that myself. But my two
Oh,
boys, they did.
oh, wow. Are you excited about her starting school?
I am anxious, to say
How
the
long? How
least.
long do you have before that
But yeah,
happens for you?
yeah. 'Cause
How long do you have
it's
before that
the
happens for
special
you?
needs school
Uh huh.
classroom in our district. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
they use a lot of different things in the classroom for sanitizing and cleaning that isn't in alignment with me.
ah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
But how
So
soon will it be before she actually starts the special needs class?
her class
She's got
starts.
another
She
year.
was she no, she was supposed to start, but because of her surgery that she had, she hasn't
Oh, okay.
um started the regular school year. I gave her an extra month of recovery.
Oh, that's so sweet. That only a mama. Mama knows.
Yeah. Yeah. I want less
Well,
work, so I'm willing to take that extra step to just make sure everything is
it's
in the
in
in.
place.
Mhm. Yeah.
Fantastic. See,
Yeah.
that's why we love mothers. Okay,
Yeah.
so Brenda, you were going to tell us about today's topic. So I'm going to cut you loose and let you go ahead and get started.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on today, Francine and Terlina. And hello to Robin. Thank
Hey,
you for
Robin.
such a wonderful opportunity. Um, I wanted to share with people today
Mhm.
how they can have less work. And the start of school is always take a deep breath. Start of school is always, just this getting supplies, getting everything ready and prepared, and you're ending summer and it feels like you haven't had enough time in summer. So you're just like, oh my gosh. But there's a couple ways I'd like to share how you can have less work.
Okay.
And also, in addition to that, we'll be um, addressing dust because fall.
Hmm.
So, but um, how we can consider. I've already heard parents on Facebook groups, on mommies groups, their kids have come home sick.
Mm.
They've brought home a bug. Somebody's sick. Somebody's not well, and then it spreads through the
Wow.
whole household. And I remember those days when illnesses would just spread through my household
Hmm.
from one person to the next person to the next person. And I don't miss them. I will say that. But the first thing I would say is get your child one of these and let them clean. Kids love to help. Kids love to help mom clean, especially when they're
Hmm.
little. Obviously, as they grow, it's not it's not the case anymore. But you can make it easier on them as they've grown, right? Because you're only
Hmm.
using water. This one I have hung it on my keys when I go out
So,
shopping.
what is it? We're not going to assume that people know what it is. Tell us what it
Oh,
is, Brenna.
sorry, I forgot. So this is our Norwex, our travel size Norwex Enviro cloth. It says Enviro, it says Norwex right
Uh
there. It has
huh.
silver, and it's microfiber that's 1/200th of a human hair that is enhanced with silver, and our cloths are guaranteed for 2 years. So the silver never washes out. I've been using my cloths for 5 years, and I've known people that have had the same cloths for like 15 years now, since I've been
Wow.
5, and I heard about them 11 years ago.
Uh
Heard about
huh.
them using theirs 11 years ago prior to me joining. So these cloths last a long time.
Hmm.
But the thing is you're only using water with that. And it's been approved by the entity that likes to make things difficult for companies, but it's been proved by the entity to remove 99.9% of bacteria from the surface only using water, as long as you use it flat when you're wiping the surfaces, and you're able to pick up, like they're like the little um, nubbies on here. They're like um, suction cups in a way. So as you're wiping, it's like it's picking it up and trapping it in the cloth as opposed to
Hmm.
spreading it around, which was my experience in the past.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that if we're not using a microfiber cloth, that we're just moving the germs from one place to the other?
Um, in
Sort of like
essence,
sweeping it over to the corner?
kind of, sort of. Just so how we typically clean is we would spray it and wait, and then grab our wet cloth and wipe.
Yes.
Um, but those cloths are not engineered. This is all engineered. It's one fiber in every cloth. It's not little pieces of fiber that make up the cloth. It's one
Okay.
single strand. And in our larger size of one single strand, this is, I've been using this, so that's why it's got cleaning paste on it. But um, this one single strand, like this is the full size cloth compared to our travel cloth.
Ah,
And one single,
oh, that was a good illustration. Okay, so it's a
yeah,
quarter.
it's a quarter.
Uh
And
huh.
when you buy these, they're in come in sets of five.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
5 packs, or for a family of five on the go.
Okay.
So um, you unravel the single fiber from this. It's only just one fiber. That's 1/200th of a human hair. So you give your hair 200, one strand of hair, 200 split ends.
Ooh, okay, that's doing something.
It's really fine, and it's been engineered to be like that, so it can have the maximum cleaning power possible. Everything that we buy in the industry today is 1/6, 1/5, or 1/4.
Okay.
Everything that we purchase in regular stores. And if you notice, that'll snag on your fingers. And a lot of people don't like
Mm,
microfiber for that purpose. But cotton doesn't give us the cleaning efficacy
mm.
ultimately, unless you wipe the surface so many times after the first wipe.
Okay.
For example, if you're cleaning up chicken, you
Mm-hmm.
need to wipe it a little more if you're using cotton to make sure that you removed everything. So the fiber in this cloth is a single fiber. It's enhanced with silver, and it stretches from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico if you unraveled it.
Mm. Okay.
1,300 miles. 13,000 miles, excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah. So um, I have I have come to give my children each one of these, and I say, you get sick, if you don't wipe your space at your lunch table and then you get sick, you're not watching cartoons. You're not staying home to watch cartoons. You're going to stay in bed and get better. Like, you're
Okay.
not.
No devices.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
It's not a day off.
yeah, it's not a day off. You have to get better. So, they've gotten in the habit of using this even when they were younger.
So tell us again, how does a child use this now?
They just get it wet with water at the
And
water
so
fountain.
they stop at the water fountain
Yeah.
and make sure it's damp, right?
They just wet it. I tell my kids to just make it really wet and squeeze it, and then use it instead of the hand sanitizer that they were giving kids at the entry for the lunchroom,
Yes.
because that stuff makes your hands sticky, and it makes it. My kids don't like to use the hand sanitizer.
Well, it dries your hands out too, and your hands look bad all day long.
Yeah, and then it has a synthetic fragrance, and
It
that's a
does.
whole nother.
That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, the synthetic fragrances. There's about 65 chemicals they use in fragrances that are carcinogenic. So,
Oh, wow.
but that's a
See,
whole
got me now. I'm paranoid. Okay, go ahead.
that's a whole nother story. We're gonna eliminate the toxins, eliminate all of that, um, and you just use water and leave our hands clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, and the rest of it is another show. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I don't want to overwhelm anyone.
Yeah, I'm looking over here to see if we have any comments.
So I did post also in the I think it's in the private chat, but I posted the let me see, I can't post any live comments.
Mm-hmm.
But in the
It's
private
okay.
chat, I posted the EPA file for green cleaning and sanitizing in there,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and that's where it says it is recommend. It's a PDF that the ECE, Early Child Care and Education, is recommended that they utilize, and it was put together by the EPA.gov
Okay.
for institutions that provide, like schools and
Okay.
daycares, provide care to our future generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've compiled all the data, they've shared it, it's there, and it's really interesting to be able to go through that. And they're telling you, in essence, the cleaning products don't do what they're supposed to, and they add other problems. So here's another way, and microfiber is recommended to be used
Okay.
because, especially ultra fine, high quality microfiber.
Which is what we're talking about today.
Hmm.
Ultra fine.
Ultra fine.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
It's all in there, and so
Well, we don't want to read the document. We just want you to give us the Reader's
well, if
Digest
people
version, which
right,
is it's better.
right, and it
And it's
yeah,
best.
and so the
Good, better,
EPA,
best.
yeah, yeah, the EPA, and then their UC Davis collaborated
Mm.
with the UC Davis
Uh-huh.
hospital. EPA they collaborated together and created a how to use mops, microfiber mops in hospitals.
Oh, that's
They
interesting.
yeah, so they found that microfiber cleans better, but they compiled this ECE cleaning handbook, green cleaning and sanitizing early child care and education handbook, stating that ultrafine microfiber is best at removing organic matter and viruses from the surface.
So when we use Norwex,
Norwex
Norwex. Okay, when we use Norwex, then we are using a high quality a microfiber product. Am I
engineered,
correct?
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's revolutionary, and it's engineered to provide us with less work, us parents, moms, on a daily basis. We clean and clean and clean, right?
Yes.
It's a daily thing for us. And after 15 years, you're just kind of like, I don't
Okay.
like more.
Look, after the second baby, it's like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
maybe, maybe they need a few germs. Look,
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and germs are good, having our
depending on,
natural, yeah,
yes, to
they're
build up our
very,
natural immune system.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
yep. Germs are imperative, like for helping us build our immunity. So, the nice thing about this is you're only using water, so you're not
Hmm.
killing off your natural biome either.
Well, I tell you, the other thing I like about only using water is that means eventually, because I'm not buying cleaning additives to put in the water,
Hmm.
detergents, whatever, uh, what do we call them? Disinfectants, grease releasers, all these different things,
Yeah,
then I'm saving money, which eventually pays for the cloth because it's a little more expensive than the average cleaning
and the cloth.
utensil. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So, but in the long run, it pays for itself
Yeah,
because if I'm keeping something for 15 years, I know I will have bought products over 15
over those
years.
15 years.
And
Yeah.
I probably have brought multiples of things because they get so far behind in the cabinet. You know how you do. The
Oh
next thing
yeah.
you know, you bought it again. If you have you ever done spring cleaning and you pull out all that stuff and find out you got 3, 4 bottles or something
Hmm.
that takes 4 years to use one bottle?
Because it didn't work, but you're like, oh hey, I'm just gonna put this here. Maybe it'll work on something else.
Or you couldn't find it at the time that you thought you needed it. So you went out and bought it again.
Right. Yeah, that too. Well, I was really bad. Like I would go to the store and go to the clearance end caps and buy all
Uh-huh.
the clearance cleaning products. And I'm like,
Yes.
I gotta get
Trying
this.
to trying to save money.
Yeah, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
storaging up. And but when I tried to take all those products when after I found Norwex solved my Sharpie marker on my table problem,
Uh-huh.
everything else I bought for the previous years didn't work. I tried to take it to the dump and they're like, "Oh, you can't dump that. That's hazardous material."
So where do you take it?
You don't. You have to either use it or just dump it down the drain.
Oh no, not the drain, not into the water supply. Oh my
See?
gosh.
They're telling us we can't dump it at the landfill because it's hazardous material.
Yes.
We've been cleaning for generations at our home with hazardous material. Have you
Oh
ever
my
heard
gosh.
have you ever heard the
Brenna,
expression? Have you
Brenna,
ever heard
you may be getting some phone calls from some companies.
well
Oh my
have you
gosh.
well have you ever heard the expression the air quality inside your home is more toxic than the air quality outside your home?
No.
I heard it on the news when I was in high school in the 90s. Oh, maybe I just dated myself. I don't know.
Maybe I was too busy working
But
in the
um
90s.
I was listening.
Mm-hmm.
So um I would hear that a lot
Mm-hmm.
growing up on the news. The air quality inside your home is more toxic than the air quality outside, and they're saying, take off your shoes. And to me, we always wore shoes in my house when I was living with my mom.
Yeah.
Um, and and yeah, and then even later on, the guardians that I had lived with, that we all wore our shoes in the house. It
Yeah, I
wasn't,
wear my shoes in the house.
yeah,
I don't have rugs, so we don't
right.
walk around barefooted.
No, yeah. In my house, we do. I
Okay.
have, I, because we go in public restrooms, and I'm sorry, ladies, but that ain't preschool. Y'all
Mm.
need to use the sit down, stop making a mess everywhere. It reminds me of preschool when I go into a woman's bathroom and drive me nuts.
Well, let me say this. We have Charlene Johnson watching, and she's a nurse. So she's
Nice.
probably, and she does pediatric care. So she knows a lot of parents who may be having concerns about cleanliness in the nursery. Can you talk to us again about that little cloth?
Yes. So,
I don't think she's familiar with this product. So can you tell her what it is and how it works real quick?
thank you, Charlize, for the question. So yeah, our microfiber, which is engineered for
Who?
efficacy,
Mm-hmm.
is microfiber that's 1/200th of a human hair infused with silver that never washes out. Right. So what they've tested was the time that they create this, and they use it so many 100,000 times, and then
Mm-hmm.
they incinerate it to pull the silver back out and reuse it. Silver does never wash out. It's
Mm-hmm.
always in there. And I know in the medical industry, because my daughter, she goes to Shriners, they use silver creams to uh, stave away bacteria while the wounds are healing,
Mm-hmm.
because they know about the metallurgy history of silver. Copper has the same effect, but it's not. You're not able to put it in here because copper is much softer.
Mm.
But
Okay.
copper and brass, they have the same. That's why in the old days you saw the handles
Mm-hmm.
would be silver, brass, copper handles.
Yes.
Naturally have the capacity to kill off bacteria and viruses.
Oh, I had no idea. Can you tell her the company that we're talking about right now? And hold that up
So
for her to see.
we're
Do you see
talking
that,
about
Charlene?
Norwex EnviroCloth.
Hmm. So, and if you're interested in this product, you can inbox Brenna.
Yeah,
Brenna will tell us where to get in touch with her.
yeah. If
But
you
with
have any questions, I'd be happy to, sit down and give you some details and answer your questions. I'd be happy to. Or
mhm.
even if you post them in here, I'll do it then.
And we'll let her know what they are because she can't see them.
Yeah.
Charlene, we'll have our producer, Miss Francine, put up the questions. Yeah,
Okay.
but I think that's really interesting. So now you have attached this to your children's backpack.
Yeah.
My question
Use
is, how did you get them to use? Well, you told them if they get sick, they won't be home. On vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that how you got them to use it?
Yeah, because I started using Norwex about 5 years ago, so they were 5 years younger than their teenage years now.
Mm-hmm. So they're
But
pretty ingrained in them to use that instead. Yeah.
yeah, because they use it to clean the bathroom. That's another perk. You can have the boys clean the bathroom. Oh, and wipe it down.
Okay. Not the same cloth, people. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, you would use
Tell
a
us.
full size, but yeah, they use it, and I don't have to feel bad making them clean and exposing them to toxins.
Mm. So tell us about the different cloths for different rooms, because okay, are we just talking about school right now?
So I was sharing about school. We
Mm-hmm.
can definitely do one on in the future for the different. So you can have one cloth for different rooms. So like you have one color for your bathroom, one color for your kitchen. You don't want it to be all the same.
No, you do not.
You can. It doesn't. It you know you can cross. It doesn't cross contaminate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's there's videos to show the efficacy of that.
Mm-hmm.
But um yeah, you just use different colors. But for instance, like I give my kids different colors. I'm like, okay, you pick your color and they like it, right?
Oh,
You get
uh-huh.
the 5 pack and you're like, hey, pick the color that you want to carry with you. And I give them a carabiner from the dollar store and we stick it on their backpack. And I'm like, here, you can use this instead of using the hand sanitizer.
Okay.
And then you can wipe up after you wash your hands and you can wipe off your surface in the lunchroom
Mm-hmm.
and
Now
you're good.
I have a question because I have grandchildren and they come to visit like every other weekend. So my question is, um, do does Norwex make washcloths,
Norwex does make washcloths for body cloths. That says body
body
instead of
cloths?
Enviro. So
Uh
like right
huh.
here it says Enviro.
Mm-hmm.
They make it says body. Anything for the
Okay.
body says body. So the towels, the cloths. And so for kids, um, there's even a kids cleaning set that's specifically kid size, younger.
Uh
So
huh.
yeah, we make those, and the kids like those too because that's their own special little cleaning.
Exactly. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
this might be a way to organize everybody.
So the benefits of cleaning without using any cleaners is in the past for me, when I was using chemical cleaners, I would have in 3 days after cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
I would feel the dust on the floor. I would feel so then I got used to rinsing. So then I had to have a rinse to the floors because I have tile floors and I have wood floors.
Mm-hmm.
And I could feel that the dust would settle and it would get kind of sticky because the chemical
Uh-huh.
residue was left behind, and that chemical residue attracts dust, so then it makes
Oh.
it sticky.
Uh-huh.
And I even had people ask me, "How do you get your floor so clean?" When the therapist would come and work with my daughter, why is your floor not sticky like ours? And I'm like, you have to rinse it. It doesn't matter what you use, you just have to rinse it. And that was
Mm-hmm.
before I had found Norwex. And now I would just say, use a Norwex mop. You're only using water, so you're not getting a residue and you're not having this feeling of needing to clean 3 or 4 days later because you're not the results from your last cleaning aren't lasting as long. So
Gotcha.
that's how you get to work less, is you have bigger gaps in between the times that you're feeling the need to clean. Your surfaces stay cleaner longer. They don't have the buildup of the chemicals from the last use. And
Okay.
with water, it just evaporates, right?
Wow. Yes.
So you have a cleaner surface for a longer period of time before you have to clean again.
So what I hear you saying is if I use the Norwex and just water, it won't be sticky? What if
No,
I'm cleaning up like ice cream or
yeah,
Kool-Aid or
that
you know
was that was
soda,
my
something with a lot of
kids'
sugar and it tends to be sticky.
apple juice.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to think of things. Yeah.
My kids, yep, soda, apple juice. My kids dropped apple juice on the floor. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I had to take it, wipe it, and then I wring it out because sugar is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Sticky.
wring it out, rinse it out, and go wipe it again, and I was done. It wasn't 5 trips that I would previously take; it was two,
Mm.
3. And because when you're using this cloth, the larger size,
Mm-hmm.
when you're using it, you always want to work with it in this size
In quarters.
in quarters, so that way you can fold it to the next side and
To
wipe
do
again. Then fold it to the other side. You have 8 sides in essence to work with.
okay.
So you have less running to the sink.
I like it.
Fold it to the other side and use it again. Then you flip it over, flip it over. Yeah, you have 8 sides, right? Because it's in quarters.
Wow. Yes.
So yeah, just less work. So
So where do we get the training for how to use this product? Because it sounds like we need to
you
relearn
know,
how
it's
to what do you call it? Relearn how to clean.
well, you're just using water, and typically in when
No,
we
I'm talking
clean.
about the folding and the
Oh well, I mean, I'm sure that we've folded our cloths in the past to try to maximize the use space from the cloths that we were
okay.
using, depending on the size, because I would use kitchen cloths that were yay big,
Yeah.
and that wasn't enough, you know. You only
Mm-hmm.
get 2 uses after you
Yes.
flip it over. You do the whole
Correct.
thing, then you flip it in half and you wipe again. You'd think you'd have
We're
it, but
done. Yeah.
um, this is a bigger cloth. This is a bigger cloth, so
Hmm.
if you just used it, it's just flat. You'll get the same effects, but you're not getting the maximized space.
Okay. Well,
So
we have
use
Anne
it in
here.
quarters
Okay, so we have
and fold
Anne
it.
here and we have Jill here. You know, Jill's with the breathing space. So she
Yes,
does yoga in her
great.
studio.
Love
Can
these.
we talk
Love
about
these
some
cloths
things
for
that will
yoga
help
mats.
her?
Yeah, love these cloths for yoga mats. You can use them to
Oh,
wipe down your yoga mats,
oh,
and you're only
okay.
using water. Yoga mats get kind of messed up over time because of the chemicals that people would spray, and so they lose their sponginess or their density and stuff. And I just use them cloth with water to wipe down yoga mats.
Uh huh. Wow,
Yeah,
that was a savings right there because I'm sure she goes through a lot of product trying to keep her mats clean, and she has a bathroom in the studio, so this would come in handy for that too, having a
yeah.
cloth for the bathroom.
For the bathroom, you just need these 2 cloths and then maybe the mop.
Now, tell us about those real quick before we go. What's the
Yeah.
difference?
Batman and Ernie, um, or Bert and Ernie, Batman and Robin, Bert and Ernie, the dynamic duo. These are our dynamic duo. This is our Enviro cloth. It says
Mm-hmm.
Enviro, so it will clean anything. Woo,
Mm-hmm.
Enviro cloth.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then this is our polishing cloth, which was good for polishing anything to a streak-free shine, granite,
I see. It
stainless
says
steel.
window. Uh huh.
Yep. Polish, window, same difference.
Okay. Yes.
So, um,
Did you see that comment, Brenna? Could you put that back up, please, Fran? It says, yes, Brenna is right. No chemicals on the mats. That's Jill
yeah,
talking to you.
yeah. Yes, I share cleaning tips on my page. Thank you. Yeah, because it's you spend a lot of money for those mats,
Yes, you do.
and just having enough for everyone that participates in the yoga is just like, you don't want to do anything that compromises them. So yeah,
Hmm.
this way you're actually able to wipe bacteria off of the mat with only water.
This is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I have a question. So if
yeah,
you're cleaning multiple mats, do you rinse between each mat? Rinse the
I
cloth
wouldn't.
out? You
I
just
would
wipe them down.
probably I would probably wipe down 4 mats and then rinse it
Uh huh.
and
Okay.
then proceed
Hmm.
because you have 8 sides to work with,
Yes.
right? So you use one side on one mat, then you would fold it and
And
use
use the
another
other
mat.
mat.
So maybe you have 8, maybe 5 to 8 mats because you're just using,
Different sections of the cloth.
yeah,
Gotcha.
one of the 8 sections.
There you go, Jill. You just saved a bunch of time of getting up and down, rinsing out the cloth.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Oh, I
yeah,
love it. Okay.
yeah. And you
So,
so less work is what we're about.
yes, yes, which is what we were talking about today, right?
Yeah, saving
That
time, saving
Go ahead.
money, less work, and the other benefits that come after
Mm-hmm.
um, are definitely benefits to eliminate
Like,
toxins.
yes. And when we eliminate toxins, that means we are not going to the doctor. So we're saving money there. And we're not taking time off work because folks are sick. And we don't have the kids at home so we can get something done while they're at school.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, as a stay at home mom, I'm like, hey, I need to know that this
Yeah,
day is all mine till y'all get back.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes. Okay, back to school with less work. There you go.
Right. And
So
so,
go ahead,
go ahead.
Brenna. Tell us what you were going to share with us.
So cleaning up after the kids come home for the bacteria and stuff and viruses that they could potentially bring. We have an entry mat to walking into your home.
Uh huh.
And I have one at every entry point in my house because we don't wear shoes in the house. Too many, if I walk in the streets of downtown, sometimes facilities aren't available for homeless. And so they use they improvise. And when kids walk into public bathrooms,
Mm-hmm.
kids they step in whatever's on the floor. Um, Bacteria just it's there. So
Mm-hmm.
ways to help stave it off from coming into your safe haven, because that's ultimately what you're creating. By the time you're using Norwex, you're creating your safe haven. You're eliminating your exposure to toxins and
Okay.
environmental toxins. So also, upon you can wipe down the handles, the doorknobs, whatever, and you're only using water. Um, in the past, I would see a commercial for spraying when kids brought home the flu, and you're spraying down this
Yes.
phone, and you're spraying this, and yeah, even bleach is an asthmagen. So using anything of the sort is an asthmagen. It triggers asthma symptoms in people with
Wow.
asthma. So if your child has asthma, or anyone in your family, it's definitely not ideal to use that because it says at the National Foundation of Asthma, I believe that's where it was, that limiting your exposure to cleaning products is ideal to staving off asthma attacks. So
Wow.
I mean, we're kind of caught in this catch-22, but it's because we've been taught over generations to use certain things to solve certain cleaning challenges, and it's just not the case anymore. And so I invite anyone interested in revolutionary way of cleaning to try out something that's more beneficial for you. Another thing is, well, I have boys, so we have odor eliminator, and it's
Mm.
an enzyme-based product that breaks down the odor causing bacteria and dissipates it into CO2.
Now
So,
that's an interesting concept.
yeah.
Okay.
So, um, they're all essential oil scented, but
Okay.
they're they're working with enzymes to help
Mm.
combat the odors that are prevalent in their backpacks or whatever. So you could
How
spray them
about
down.
their tennis shoes?
For the tennis shoes we have Sportzyme spraying
Okay.
equipment. Yeah, Sportzyme is very good for all of the gear that the
Okay.
kids use in their sports equipment, from soccer cleats to shoulder pads to helmets.
Okay.
You would wipe it out with your EnviroCloth, and then you would spray it, and then you could wipe it out, or you could just spray it and leave it. Either way,
Okay.
it's up to you. But
Very good. Well, we
the
may
odor
have to talk
eliminator,
about that odor
yeah,
eliminator.
odor eliminator and Sportzyme are really helpful because they're enzyme based, and enzymes don't harm us in any way.
Mm-hmm.
They have this natural efficiency to go towards the organic matter and bacteria that's odor causing, and break it down and dissipate it into CO2,
Okay.
which is also why the mattress cleaner is very important. I can't take my mattress. I have allergies to dust mites, and I would
Mm-hmm.
wake up oozing at night. And
Mm.
help your kids get a good night's rest. If your kids have any sort of allergies like that, spray their bed once a quarter, even your bed. I can't vacuum underneath my bed um, because the vacuum doesn't fit under there. So I would spray this underneath.
Ah, that
Now,
sounds like a solution. Go ahead.
yeah. So the mattress cleaner does the same thing. And if you've ever gone to the National Sleep Foundation, it says that how much bacteria is in our sheets and how much how much weight was taken off of a pillow after it was um, cleaned properly,
Mm-hmm.
and then also there's another weight for laundering in the washer and dryer, and you see how much weight was taken out of the pillow. Like
Wow.
it was crazy. Like it was like 4.8 pounds or something less
Wow.
because the
This.
pillow that they use hadn't been cleaned for 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is dust mites. We're actually not allergic to the dust mites. We're allergic to the fecal matter that gets left behind after
Mm-hmm.
their feeding frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
And so this breaks down our dead skin cells, breaks down all those things, and that's left in the mattress for all however many years you've had your mattress, breaks it down, goes layer by layer through your mattress, breaks it down, dissipates it into CO2. Doesn't kill the dust mite because it's alive, right? But when the dust mite dies, because now there's no food for the dust mite to eat, it then goes away when the next
Okay.
time you spray, because it's then become organic matter. Because when a body dies, it becomes
Yes.
organic matter.
Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Look, I don't know if
I'm
I'm going to
freaking
be
you.
able to
The
sleep
science of
tonight,
it all.
but we will be talking. Okay. I love it. Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to share with us, Britta, before we go? Like where we can find you?
You can you can find me at the Happily Clean and Green team on Instagram, and Happily Clean and Green on Instagram and Facebook.
Great. Okay. Well, Britta, we love you. But I don't know if I'm going to sleep well for a little while till we talk again.
You'll sleep. It's
I
okay.
know. I know. I'm just teasing you. Oh, but guys, if you're looking for ways to be healthy and green around your home and to eliminate the toxins in your life, I strongly suggest that you contact Brenna and get your life together. I've already started with this product, and I'm very pleased. So with that, I just want to say thank you so much, Brenna.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Robin. You always find great guests. Thank you, friend. You're a great producer. Everyone who's watching, we just send love out to you. If you have questions, put them in the chat, and we'll make sure that Brenna gets them. Or you can go to her website.
Thank
So
you.
happy green and say that again. What's your website?
Happily green and clean.
Happily green and clean. All right. With that, want to say to you, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. We'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow is what, Friday?
Yeah. Oh.
So you know we're going to be talking tech in English. We'll see you
Yay.
then. Bye bye.
Bye.